Hey everyone, this is obviously a vlog. I know my makeup may look a little bit out there, although I know that the coloring and the quality of my videos are not that great right now. Again, once I get my webcam working, which I don't think I'm going to, I think I'm going to have to buy another one, then things will be a lot better and I can work with lighting and all that. But I actually just filmed a tutorial, so that is why my makeup is really kind of dramatic, I think, right now. Before I start talking about this vlog, I just want to let you guys know that I never intentionally try to offend anyone, and I will explain why I'm saying that right now in a little bit. I believe that everybody has an opinion, and I believe that we should all respect each other's opinions. And sometimes we need to agree to disagree. And I think that's what makes America, I don't know, I know it sounds corny, but I think that's what makes America beautiful, is that we can all have different beliefs and different opinions and different outlooks on things, and we can share that with each other and respect each other's opinions. We don't necessarily have to agree with each other, but that doesn't mean we need to offend each other. So apparently what I'm about to talk about, for whatever reason, is like a heated debate, and I hope a lot of people watch this video, and I hope a lot of people comment. If that happens, which I hope it does, be nice to each other. Don't offend each other in the comment section. Respect each other's opinions. Talk about things civilly. Respect my opinion. I will respect yours. And I mean, that goes for everything on my channel, and that is how I live my life, is I respect other people's opinions. Again, you don't have to agree with them, but you can agree to disagree with people. So moving on, today I logged into my Facebook account, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with, they have like little polls that I guess users can make, where you vote yes or no, and then you can, comment underneath it. And I don't know how many of you have heard that Vick was, I guess, drafted to the Eagles. I don't know if that's the right terminology to use for football, but he's going to be playing for the Eagles. And I think it's the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a really big sports person. So anyway, there was a poll that was there when I logged into my Facebook account that said, do you think Vick should be allowed to play in the NFL again? And I voted no. And before I go any further, let me just say that I did not vote no because Vick is an African American. It has nothing to do with his color. It is because I did not and do not agree with what he did. And for those of you who don't know, which I'm sure everybody knows what he did, he was caught and arrested for being associated with dog fighting. And I am a huge animal lover. I have 3 pugs of my own, as you guys know if you watched my introduction video. And I believe that every living being has the right to live. I don't know if that makes sense. Every living being has the right to live. Yeah, it makes sense, I guess. I, in a sense, believe that animals kind of have the same rights as humans. Now, I know some of you guys are going to think, oh, that's crazy. How can you say that? I mean that in the sense that animals have the right to live. Animals have the right to be happy. Animals have the right to be cared for and be loved. They're innocent, just like babies are innocent. Babies and animals, I know I'm not comparing the two, but babies and animals don't have a voice. We are their voice. And this, it kind of has a lot to do with my stand on abortion also, but that is a vlog for another time. But, they can't talk, and they can't defend themselves sometimes. And not just Vick, anybody who associates themselves with dog fighting or any kind of animal fighting is horrible. I mean, what kind of person are you that you can sit there and watch 2 dogs or 3 dogs or 4 dogs or 10 dogs, however many, I don't know how the dog fighting thing works, but how can you sit there and watch these animals that have been trained to be vicious animals. How can you sit there and watch them beat the crap out of each other until there's bloodshed or death? That to me is just, it's not right. And the worst part of it is that people get entertainment out of that. People make money off of that. And I just think it's horrible. So I voted no, like I said. I don't know if I said that yet. Voted no. I don't think Michael Vick should be able to play in the NFL again. Just like I wouldn't think a murderer should be allowed to go and get a job. You messed up. I'm all about forgiving. I'm all about second chances. But I'm all about that when somebody makes a legitimate mistake. I am for forgiving and giving a second chance when somebody did something that at the time did not realize what they were doing was wrong. When you are killing a living being or doing something like dog fighting or doing something like killing something or, you know, doing something illegal, you know that what you're doing is wrong. So anyway, I voted on the poll, and underneath the poll there's an area where you can leave comments. And people were leaving some pretty nasty comments, so I just kind of went in and I wrote, you know, I really don't, you know, I don't agree with this. I don't think Michael Vick should be able to play again. Not once did I say anything about Michael Vick being an African American. Not once. That has nothing to do with my opinion. This could be a white man that, you know, was in jail for dog fighting and is now out of jail. It doesn't matter. Black, white, pink, purple, speckled, you know, blue, whatever you want to call it. It has nothing to do with color. And what saddened me was that after I put my opinion, I got a lot of nasty comments back. They were insulting. They were questioning my ethics. And I found it to be just really discouraging that there are people out there who are so small-minded and who are so ignorant that they can't take somebody else's opinion if, you know, they don't agree with them. And what bothered me the most was that a lot of the supporters that were on this, I don't know if you want to call it board or commenting section, a lot of the Michael Vick supporters were African American. That is fine. Like I said, I am not racist in any way, but they had no other reason to support him other than the fact that he's an African American. And I think that's really horrible. And a lot of them were justifying supporting him because he's an African American, and they claim that if it was a white man who, you know, committed the crime and then, you know, had a job again with the NFL, nobody would be against it. And that is not true. We have come a long, long way. And there is, I mean, granted there is racism in our world. That's a sad reality. There is. But in this case, nobody had said anything about the color of Michael Vick's skin. It doesn't matter. Again, I am not racist, and I have nothing against Michael Vick for being an African American man. I would feel, like I said, I'd feel the same way if it was a white man who was in his position. There were comments, though, being thrown around on that board that were just, I mean, ludicrous to me. And I could not believe how ignorant people are and how small-minded people are and how people resort to name-calling and insulting other people and making other people feel like their opinion is wrong. So I just wanted to come on here because I wanted to say, first of all, I don't believe Michael Vick should be allowed to play in the NFL because, number one, as much as people are denying this, he's a role model to younger children, whether or not people want to believe it or not. Second of all, he is being glorified right now more than he deserves because, one, he's known as Michael Vick, the football player who was arrested for dog fighting, and two, now, you know, he's back on a football team. He's, you know, playing again, and he's going to be making loads of money, and I can almost guarantee you he's probably going to go back to doing what he was doing, which is, you know, involving himself with dog fighting. And it hurts because so many innocent beings were hurt because of him, and he made so much money off of that. And I feel